Hey everybody, my name is David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to talk about a new, well, I guess it's a diet, but it's not really a diet. It's more like an eating schedule, a fasting schedule that I'm trying out. And, we'll see how this goes. Maybe it'll be helpful. And I'll also be talking a little bit about some of my week and how it went and how things went, some changes and some things that have happened to me. So I hope this is interesting. And I hope you enjoy this. So, I watched a video the other day about fasting that made more sense to me than intermittent fasting or one meal a day. Like, all those things do make sense. But for the most part, this makes more sense to me. So, 36-hour fast. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just going to be honest and say, like I've said in other posts before, I hate fasting. I mean, I don't absolutely love eating, but I hate not eating or feeling like I can't eat. I'm not a big fan of that at all. And trying any new fast or any new food schedule makes me a little bit, not completely unhappy, but a little bit unhappy. But this sounded a little bit more easy for me to do, and it sounded like it made sense. Like, health wise, it sounded like it made sense. Like, again, I'm not against intermittent fasting or just general fasting, but I think for specific purposes, those make a lot of sense. My purpose for fasting is trying to heal my body, trying to get better. I have metabolic issues that I really need to reverse and try to make things better. And whatever I was doing fasting wise before wasn't necessarily working. And I have a habit where I will fast very closely to a diet for quite a period of time, and then I feel like I need to give myself a break, and I let it go, and my health just gets worse and worse and worse. So this 36-hour fasting made a lot of sense to me, and I think this could be moved one way or the other in a schedule. So what I'm trying is I will either eat a meal early in the morning or later in the evening, and then I skip food the entire next day, which a 24-hour fast is pretty easy for me. It's the additional 12 hours that kind of is more difficult for me. So the next 6 hours after the 24-hour fast is not so hard to get me to the 30 hours. That's very easy because it just means that I hold off like one more segment of meal. Like, if I wake up at 6 in the morning, I just don't eat until 12. If I wake up at 12, I don't eat until 6. That's not so difficult. But this 36-hour thing, it maybe makes more sense. So I'll eat at 6 o'clock at night. I'll fast the entire next day, and then I'll eat the next morning. That's 36 hours. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to try to get the autophagy benefit. I'm not looking to lose weight. I'm not trying to gain weight. I'm trying to get my body to munch up all the bad parts on the inside and create the new parts. The hard part is trying to keep my protein intake at the right levels during this type of fast, because 36 hours, I find that the next meal for me after that, I feel like it should be just protein. It should just be meat or some type of protein. But for me, I find a lot of times after a longer fast, I'm just craving sugar, which I'm sure is my body just crying for the energy. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying this 36-hour fast. And if you're subscribed, of course, next week I'll post what happened. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. For those of you guys that are subscribed, thank you so much. And if you do 36-hour fasts, do me a favor. Leave a note below and tell me what you think. Or if there's an easier way to do it, then, like I said, eating one at one time and then waiting obviously till the next entire day for the 24 hours and then going till the next major meal cycle, which would be either breakfast or dinner to get to the 36 hours. So I had to start taking berberine again, mostly because I'm eating mostly meat and meat being deli meat, deli turkey, and hot dogs, or I'll eat a burger patty if I can cook it. Um, but I'm mostly eating, like I said, hot dogs and deli meat. I'm eating mostly carnivore, I guess, if you call hot dogs carnivore, which I think I do. And then I do eat a little bit of I eat a little bit of garbage now and then. I'll eat the um, I'll eat the carbs. I'll eat the sugar. Um, and on those days, I feel like I could actually use the berberine. On days when I'm eating mostly just carnivore, I don't feel like I need the berberine. But when I do eat like off of carnivore, I feel like the berberine is helpful to me. I used to take it every day. I would wake up and take some, and then I'd take some before I went to sleep at night, taking a full dose of it. And like I had posted on one of my other posts, I felt like it wasn't helping me. It may have actually been not hurting me, but not helping me and making things worse. But it does not make sense in my system right now to take berberine for the entire day. I don't need it all day. When I do need it is when I eat a meal of like a snack, like a treat. I feel like that's when I need the berberine. So that's what I'm trying to do is I take a half day's worth of berberine when very shortly after I eat um, whatever it is that I'm eating. And what I'm eating sometimes, I mean, it could be anything. It could be a Pop Tart, it could be a brownie, it could be some cookies, any type of carbs. It could be a sandwich with bread, it could be a bagel. Anytime I eat that, I take berberine and I'm trying to help myself better use the sugar in my body instead of just having it go to sugar and have my body have to process it. Because I think I'm less insulin resistant. I'm more insulin sensitive, but I'm still insulin resistant. I still am not effectively completely using the insulin in my system. So I'm starting to take berberine again, just at a much lower dose. And it does seem to be helpful. So I am going back to mostly carnivore. I'm actually enjoying eating hot dogs. I eat them warm out of the microwave, or I'll even eat them cold. I don't hate them. I think the key there is I have to make sure that I'm eating cleaner hot dogs that are not cheap. And I know that you can buy extremely cheap hot dogs. I mean, I've seen them very inexpensive. But the ingredients, I'm not so excited about the ingredients. The other thing I've been eating quite a bit of is I eat a lot of carrots. I mean, I don't think carrots are bad. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe there's too much sugar in carrots. I don't know. But I do eat a lot. I eat a couple of carrots with my meals. I'm kind of enjoying that. I was feeling kind of good last week, and I've been doing a lot of curls, and I felt like I wanted to add a little bit more weight to my curls at least. And I have 20-pound weights. I have them in another room in my house. So I walked over and I got into the other room. I picked up the weight, and I know it's only 20 pounds. It's not much. I used to work out regularly with 20 and 35-pound weights. But when I picked up this 20-pound weight, it felt like it might as well weighed 12,000 pounds. It was so heavy in my arms. Like I'm not completely weak, but that made me feel extremely weak. I can't believe how heavy that weight was. So I walked halfway across the room, and I kind of needed to put the weight down. So I set it down on a bench that I have in the other room. And as I was leaning over to put it down, I felt like I pulled like a muscle or pulled something in my back. So for the last couple of days, I've been dealing with sort of a pulled back muscle, I guess. I don't know. And it seems like it's starting to feel a little bit better. I'm in the process right now of a 36-hour fast. I'll actually eat tonight at 6. But it did feel like as soon as I started this fast, it lessened the pain and the strain. Which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's my brain. I have no idea, but I'll just be happy when this pull goes away because it's kind of a pain in the ass and it hurts. It actually hurts. So when I switched back to carnivore last week, and again, carnivore for me is hot dogs and deli meat, which, I mean, it's close to carnivore as I'd ever be in my life. But that to me, when I say I'm switching back to carnivore, that's basically what I'm eating. So I switched back to carnivore last week, and I swear within 2 days, I had lost 3 pounds. And I don't know if it's just a water weight that falls off, or I don't know exactly what it is. It makes me lose 3 pounds in 2 days. But I was up to a weight that I was actually kind of proud of. And then as soon as I started carnivore, like within 3 days, I had lost 3 pounds. So I guess that goes to prove to myself and can prove to other people that just switching to carnivore, you're going to lose weight almost immediately. So now I'm not eating a bunch of garbage, but I'm definitely adding some carbs back into my diet, trying to gain that weight back. Like, I don't know what it is in the last 7 to 10 days or even 2 weeks, but my joints, and I talked about this before in other posts, my joints feel so stiff. My elbows and my knees are not so stiff that I can't use my arms or I can't use my legs, but it makes it extremely difficult. Imagine if, and like as an example, I wear these sweatpants. I'm in New York. I wear sweatpants all the time. Trying to put sweatpants on when you can't bend your knees right is so difficult. And then when you're sitting on your bed, like if your elbows don't bend right, it's easy just to slip off the bed, which I haven't done yet, but it's been close enough that I'm talking about it right now. So this stiffness in my joints, I mean, I'm hoping this is a phase. I don't know, because this is so unbearably annoying. It sucks. So today I went outside and I sat in the sun for probably 30 minutes. Like, I just needed to get some sunshine on my skin. Hopefully that'll help me with something. I don't know what it exactly would help with, but it felt nice. It felt really good actually having the sun on my skin again. The weather where I live, I think some of you guys would say that this is the best weather ever, and I'm not going to disagree. But it's about 70 or 80 during the day. Like today when I was sitting outside, it was 80 degrees, and it's 50s at night, which for me, 60s is kind of perfect. 50s is a little bit chilly. Like I have an electric blanket, and when it's 50 outside, even though I have blankets on my bed, I still turn the electric blanket on because I'm cold even under the covers when it's 50 degrees. And I know it's 50 degrees outside, but somehow my house transfers the cold from outside to inside extremely fast. So yeah, the weather's actually been halfway decent. It's been sunny. The rain seems to finally have slowed down for a little bit at least. And 50 at night isn't quite so bad. I can throw on a shirt, I can throw on a sweater, and I'm comfortable. When I get into bed, like I said, I have a lot of blankets, and I have the electric blanket. The only thing I hate is when I'm so covered in blankets, especially with a crink in my back, and having just problems with neuropathy and these these joint stiffness issues. Trying to get out of bed, it's not impossible, but it's a bit of a challenge. It kind of sucks. So other than all that, everything for me has been pretty uneventful and um, I'm not going to say easy, but things seem to be a little bit better, which I'm happy about that. I need less difficulty in my life, and more just easy. I just need it to be easy. If you have any questions on anything that I just talked about, do me a favor, leave them below. If you have any comments, any nice comments, please leave them below. I'd appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a great week. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.